LA21 has helped small business owners move from idea to execution, whether that's launching a new business, scaling an existing business, becoming retail ready, building a digital presence, networking events, access to digital training through Verizon Digital Ready, or even securing funding through loans and grants.
My name is Phyllis Jones Carter, and I have a store on Lancaster Avenue called A Part of Me. I started A Part of Me 15 years ago, out of the clear blue, no plan. As I was maybe a couple months or so in, I heard about LA21, that's the business association on Lancaster Avenue, because I was just winging it. I didn't know a lot about how to start a business. I was just going to do my own thing. But as I got to know the people at LA21, and that's Miss Jackie and Kwaku, they gave me information about the security systems that I didn't have. They gave me information about the awning and other things that would help my business, because those are things I never thought about as I opened the doors of my store. And I never really considered using anybody else. I was just going to do this on my own.
The mission and vision of LA21, which is a historic organization, is to bring resources and training for small businesses in the city of Philadelphia. We have been the primary agency in providing technical assistance, resources such as finance and business training to really help businesses grow and scale their operation. Our vision is to be able to sustain these efforts through the times that we're in.
The impact of LA21 on the West Philadelphia community is great. I think it's always a struggle when you're a small business owner. It's a heavy lift on your shoulders to be doing everything for the business. So having a resource like LA21 to be able to go to, that it's a trusted resource that you can get answers for your business, or if you have questions or concerns for resources, along with the additional programming that we do and provide, like Scale Up and open office hours for the business community, it makes a real difference. I think the entrepreneurs do not then feel so isolated in their business and feel that they have to figure out everything on their own, that they have a trusted partner in LA21 to be able to help them grow their business.
We've been in this area for over 7.5 years, and I've enjoyed this location immensely. I first met Jackie and the crew from LA21 when we first moved in, and actually they came into the business when we were trying to get it together and set things up, and they came in with incredible knowledge and things that we should think about first, second, and third. So that really, really helped us in getting our priorities together, and also some of the things that we should consider to make our business transition smoothly. I've, of course, been in business for a number of years and had various locations, but I was really helped by LA21 with picking this location.
But beyond the business growth, we've seen a shift in mindset. Business owners feel supported, not alone. There's more collaboration, more confidence, and a stronger sense of identity along the corridor and access with our alumni network for Philadelphia small business owners.
Lancaster Avenue was founded in 2008 by George Stevens, Jacqueline Williams, Teresa Shockley, and Pearl Anderson Bailey. The Councilwoman Blackwell, came to George Stevens and said, "We need help on Lancaster Avenue. Are you willing to give our businesses some help?" George came to myself and Pearl and asked would we be part, and Terry, and asked would we be part of Lancaster Avenue. And that's how we got started. We got started as a volunteer organization, and we have evolved into an organization that now has corridor contract, cleaning contract, a scale-up program funded by the Commerce Department, and many other programs. So we went from a few people wanting to help the businesses on the corridor with our volunteer activities to a full-blown community development corporation. The evolution has taken 16 years, but we know that anything worth having will take time. And we're looking forward to Lancaster Avenue becoming bigger and better. We call ourselves small but mighty.
We're seeing people invest back in their spaces, attract new customers, access resources through the Commerce Department, and inspiring others to move forward with their own entrepreneurial aspirations.
From LA21, I got information about the Scale Up program. I think it was Scale Up number 6, and it was like a 6-week program. They gave you all the things you need about starting and keeping your business and make sure it stayed on float. And some of those things were a business plan that I never thought about. I thought I could do it all on my own. I never thought about accounting. You know, my thing was, okay, I just send these papers to the IRS or whatever I had to do and get that done. But LA21 gave me all the steps I needed to in the Scale Up program. They introduced me to mentor. I had a mentor from the Scale Up program. I had Jackie and Kwaku coming down, certain times giving me information about what I could do to enhance my business, because it was doing pretty good, but they helped me make it better. I did get some information about funding. I got a small grant from the LISC program, but I wasn't about making long-term goals in terms of getting funding, getting money. My thing was, I thought, was day to day and making it work. I'd already worked for 37 years with the Commonwealth. I'm thinking, I can do this on my own. But the assistance I got from them made my business work, and so now this is the 15th year.
We are taking a data-driven approach in order to improve our programming and services. One of the things that we are going to be doing is implementing a foot traffic study in order to assess customer behavior on the avenue. And this will help businesses strategize and adapt to evolving market conditions. Another thing that we'll be doing is analyzing data from our education programs in order to understand participant outcomes, achievements, as well as challenges that they may still face. And the insights from this will also help us improve our business programs and services.
We're leaning into tech in a big way at LA21 because we know it's not just the future, it's what's helping small businesses to grow right now. We're bringing in tools like AI, silver lining, and the growth wheel to give business owners the kind of hands-on support that's grounded in real data. It's not just about learning, it's about applying what works to boost revenue, stay competitive, and move with the times. This shift in how we work is already here, and we're making sure our community is ready for it.
LA21 is structured as myself as a principal and executive director. So any major decision that has to come through the organization has to come through me. We also have Jackie Williams, who's our director of operations and also responsible for treasury and the money that comes in and money that goes out. And then a select board of directors that help make decisions in terms of strategy and planning. We also depend a lot on consultants and team members that help keep the business growing as we scale our own operation.
So we started as a small organization with only 4 volunteers, but now over the past 16 years, now we manage over $1 million in funding for grants and resources from the city of Philadelphia, the Commerce Department, and the City Council. And now we have over 20 staff that are regularly making sure that the organization runs as it should. And we also partner with industry experts business specialists, as well as other professionals like marketers, and to create workshops and events, resources, coaching, training, networking, and all sorts of other support for businesses. So far, our Scale Up program, which we launched in 2020, now has over 15 cohorts that have graduated and over 300 participants that have gone through the program.
LA21 impacts the community by not only providing educational resources, but also opportunities. We recently had an opportunity for small businesses to vend at the Christmas Village, which was located in Love Park inside Philadelphia over the Christmas holiday season. We sponsored through the Commerce Department 8 small businesses. We gave them a booth and a grant to vend their business and network with other small businesses locally as well as those internationally. LA21 plans to impact the community in the future by expanding upon technology and funding opportunities. We would like for our businesses to scale up and produce revenue-driven streams that expand upon community building and also pushing them to understand what it entails to have a storefront business.
Every year, the City of Philadelphia releases a litter index of the whole city, which is basically a map of all the city blocks and as well as a rating for how much litter is on those blocks. Through our cleaning program efforts, we've improved our litter score by 2 points, and that's on a scale of 1 to 5. So we have done a fantastic job at cleaning up the neighborhood, at beautifying the neighborhood, and creating a wonderful, walkable, livable, enjoyable place to shop and spend a wonderful afternoon.
We have a finance team headed by Ben Hord. Our IT department is headed by Masha Zohar, who is a Drexel student, has been with us for over 5 years. We have an entrepreneurship team. The entrepreneurship team is headed by Tim Daniels with Zakia Ringhold with Raquel Wheelings. Raquel Wheeling also serves as a facilitator, and she makes sure that the back end of all of the scale-up programs are functioning appropriately. We have a special projects director, Stephanie Collins, and she's also a board member, and she works with our Container Village and special projects that we have at Lancaster Avenue, 21st Century Business Association. So our team is strong and growing.
There have been some really incredible moments. I think one of the standout ones for me is definitely the launching of the Scale Up Your Business podcast. This has become really transformative. All of our graduates get a chance to showcase their business on the podcast, so it helps them with their initial marketing. But then we bring on coaches, other representatives from the ecosystem that support small businesses to give them the advice that they need. And Scale Up Your Business has now gotten over 100,000 downloads, which is incredible. And it's become a valuable resource for small businesses to understand what it takes to grow their business in the city, how to access resources, and then also showcase the amazing businesses that are working. So for me, that's definitely one of the most memorable parts of being at LA21.
3 years ago, Miss Rashida, she has opened up a secondary business called Ultra Silk Gallery, which is an art gallery. We like to exhibit local and abroad art, as well as artifacts and home decor as well. When we moved on Lancaster Ave roughly about 7 years ago, we actually just started small. We just started off with the Silk Tent, which was one location at first. Then we were introduced very quickly to Lancaster Ave 21, and we received a lot of support, a lot of training, a lot of information in order to grow our business. One thing that was very imperative was the advertising of our business. Then once again, we then quickly grew, and we ended up adding a second location, and in that second location, LA21 has been able to contribute to our events that we hold every month. once again, the advertising as well as has been very vital in grabbing attention into the Lancaster Ave corridor, into the business. So within result from our assistance with LA21, we have been able to gain a lot of exposure, which in turn gains a lot of sales. And we actually kind of outgrew both of our locations to where we are now in a larger space, and we are able to actually combine both businesses in under one roof.
And the future plans for LA21 is to continue to grow the organization and work directly with the business community to find out what their needs are as the businesses change and grow and develop and new businesses come onto the corridor. I think the opportunity to add programming, add staff, add resources, and continue to work with our partners that also provide us with supports. If we don't know the answer or do not have a team member that can provide supports, we work with a variety of other organizations throughout the Philadelphia region to make sure that we're getting the business owners to the right location, they're getting the right information that they need for their business. And I think as LA21 grows and the opportunities for the business community grow, adding additional funds and staff will make a huge difference as we move into the next 50 years on Lancaster Avenue.
As I discussed before, we did have some principal founders, and just 12 years ago, we included ED, an executive director. And I would have to say that our principal founder, George Stevens, who was so active in really getting everything together, passed away 2 years ago. So we continue to honor his legacy and continue to honor his work that he started with Lancaster Avenue by continuing the work. So Kwaku Boateng is our executive director, and he has helped us to become a bigger institution instead of just a very small volunteer institution. So we continue to move upward and onward. We have to adapt quickly. And because we have strong teams, we take the time to strategically plan as we see things are changing. And we know that the landscape is changing, but we are here and we're able to be flexible. We're able to change, adapt, and understand that we are here for our businesses and that we are the guiding light for them to understand how to change, and that change is not always bad, but that you have to do it, because in the 21st century, you never know what's going to be happening next.
We also plan to create more digital content in order to make our resources and information more accessible to business owners, especially as many of them have a busy schedule. We plan to have more virtual events, as obviously including still having our in-person events, but increasing our virtual presence so that we can have more engagement and more resources going out to people who may not be able to attend in person.
The legacy that we would like to leave for future generation is create an ecosystem and a platform that people can start a business, feel comfortable starting a business, and be able to grow the business and be part of the American dream.